fifth of 7 souls in a shack that groaned with wind and cold. We had bread when the creek ran kind, and faith when luck was hard to find. 17 winners carved my name, told my mother I'd find my claim. She said, boy, this land will take your pride. I said, then it'll know I'm alive. Up from the mud, the clay, the thorn, freedom's child is bruised but born. I walked out with nothing but will. The mountain whispered, climb me still. My boots were torn, my stomach thin, but I'd rather starve than kneel again. Every mile I hauled was pain, but each cut taught my blood to rain. No king, no crown, no velvet throne can claim the road I made my own. Up from the frontier, wild and free, Morgan rides for liberty. The wind's my law, the stars my guide, the world too small to hold my pride. I drove the wagons, rolled the loads across the mountains, down the roads. The whip cracked ere the wheels grown low, but I kept faith in the dust and snow. They called me rough, they called me mean, but I worked like iron, bled like steam. When red coats mocked my country tongue, I bit my rage and held my gun. Up from the ridge down to the plain, I forged my life through sweat and rain. My scars the mark, my word the creed of every man who dares be free. A boy from dirt, a back unbent, that's all I had and all I spent. I watched lords laugh at the sweat I gave, but the lash don't rule the bold or brave. I took their pay, they took my skin, but they never broke what burned within. A whip can cut, but it can't command the heart that builds with calloused hands. Up from the frontier, rough and true, the land was wild, but I was too. I saw men kneel, I saw them crawl, I saw them rise, and damn it all. And I swore one day they'd see a Wagoner born to history. No title, no parchment, no lordly name, but grit enough to set flame to fame. From frostbit fields to roaring towns, a backwoods son who made his own. Song, not my father's hand, but peace is bought in blood and bone, and freedom's never handed home. So I'll take the miles, I'll take the pain, the mud, the lash, the driving rain. If the price of pride's a lonely road, then I'll walk till the stars explode. Up from the frontier, wild and free, I walk the path of destiny. Up from the ridge down to the shore, build the land worth fighting for. There's a fire in a freeman's chest that sleeps till the lash puts it to test. Each scar a vow, each mile a prayer, each sunrise earned through sweat and care. If this land takes everything I am, let it at least make me a man. For in the mud, in the storm, in the tear, a soul stands tall. Frontier. Up from the frontier, wild and free, Morgan rides for liberty. From valley deep to mountains roar, I'll build the world worth fighting for. I was born of dust and dust I'll be, but I'll die a man who lived free. I walk the path of destiny, from valley deep to mountains roar. and dust I'll be, but I'll die